Hi, I am S. Arokia, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, St.Joseph College for Women, Tirupur. Today I am going to explain about Unified Modeling Language in Case Tools. The topics covered under Unified Modeling Language are Introduction to UML, UML diagrams, class diagram, interaction diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, state chart diagram, activity diagram, component diagram, and deployment diagram. Introduction to UML model. A model is represented as level of abstraction. Models are built for understanding the systems. It helps us to visualize, specifies structure and behavior, and it provides a template. UML is Visual Modeling Language, a picture worth 1,000 words. A language has rules and used in communication. A modeling language represents the conceptual and physical representation of a system. UML is a standard language for software development. Types of UML diagrams: class diagram, interaction diagram, sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, state chart diagram, activity diagram, component diagram, and deployment diagram. UML class diagram. Class diagram allow us to express classes in UML and includes attributes and methods. Class diagram allow us to declare class visually. Description of objects that share same attributes, operations, and relations. A class is set of objects. It is represented in a rectangle with three compartments: class name, attributes, and operations. The class name is only required tag and it appears at the topmost compartment. Interaction diagram. Interaction diagram is used to describe some type of interaction among elements in the model. Purpose of interaction diagram: capture dynamic behavior, describes message flow in the system, structural organization of the object, and interaction among objects. The interaction diagram is of two forms: sequence diagram, collaboration diagram. Sequence diagram. Sequence diagram describes flow of message, events, actions between objects. The important characteristics of sequence diagram is the time and used to document and understand the logical flow of the system. Example for a sequence diagram: the logical flow of the system is shown in the diagram. In logical view is seen between the caller and recipient in the phone. The caller picks up the phone, a dial tone is heard and he dials the number. The recipient hears a ring and a ring notification is sent to the caller. Collaboration diagram. A collaboration diagram is similar to sequence diagram but focuses on relationship between objects. The other name for collaboration diagram is communication diagram. Shows interaction between objects. Example for a collaboration diagram: the diagram shows how message is passed through objects. In this figure, how a hotel is booked is clearly explained by objects. State chart diagram. State chart diagram defines different states of an object. It depends as a condition. States are changed by events. Purpose is to model lifetime of object from creation to termination. Elements of state chart diagram. Initial state shows the starting point. State represents condition and action to be performed. Transition is indicated by arrows. Final state is the end of the state chart diagram. Example for state chart diagram. This diagram shows how the state is changed from one state to the other. A card is inserted and chosen for transaction, then performs transaction and eject card. Activity diagram. Activity diagram represents behavior view of the system used in business. Used to represent the flow across the use case. Activity diagrams are equal to flow charts. Activity diagrams consist of activities, transitions between activities, and decision points. This diagram shows the activity flow in airplane system. The diagram shows like a flow chart with the decision box. Component diagram. Component diagram shows various components and their dependencies. It represents modular, deployable and replaceable part of a system. Here is an example for component diagram for a library management system. Here the main models are involved. Deployment diagram. Deployment diagram shows the execution architecture of a system and helps to model the hardware topology. Here is an example for deployment diagram. It represents the hardware topology of the system. In this diagram, the connection is clearly shown. Thank you.